We are back.
Yeah.
1 week since you haven't heard our beautiful voices.
Woo! Yabba dabba doo!
Another installment of the world's greatest podcast, Australia's allegedly greatest podcast.
That's coming from external sources too, not just us.
External sources,
Reviews almost.
great reviews as well.
Oh,
not the
speaking
bad
of
ones.
reviews, how about everyone rates us 5 fucking stars?
Yeah.
How about we do that?
How about you join the 2,000 other cunts who have had the balls to do it to
How
rate
about
it
you
5
join the
stars?
army?
I ask you this. What are you waiting for?
And what are you if you haven't done it? A coward? A sinner?
Oh, speaking of cowards,
hater?
Less of a man, less of a woman, less of a thee, them.
massive shout out to the
They
coward, the coward that still rated us 1 star too.
Yeah.
You don't change that up, Satan will haunt your dreams.
Guys,
Yeah.
5 stars, not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1.
What's that I was saying? It's 5 stars or
Fuck off, I think it went. Something like that.
you heard it.
And
Let's
that's
get into
a
it.
fucking Mayfield promise.
You heard. Let's go. Rate us 5. Here we go. Let's get into it.
Yeah! Welcome back to the Mayfield podcast, the podcast by mates, for mates. I'm joined with Chip, Montessori McGrath, and Jordan Cocksniff Cox.
Jackson Russell, I just want to say thank you for having us on board
No
today.
worries, boys. It's a
Thanks,
pleasure.
mate. It's always a pleasure coming
The
on.
solo podcasts usually do get a bit weird, so it's nice to have some guests on.
Yeah, I
They
bet.
would.
Yeah, I bet.
You in the mirror.
Yeah.
You for your OnlyFans content, the solos.
Ew. I'm flicking my banjo.
While we're doing this, I just want to put out there that Mayfield Studios is fucking falling apart right now.
Yeah.
We just filmed almost half an episode with our mics off.
A slight hiccup.
That's 2 weeks in
A
a
big
row
hiccup.
where we're not being ourselves. I don't know what's going on. The vibes are high low, which
Yeah.
is great.
Vibes are high.
The computer is about to die. I don't know how we fix that, or should we just run it?
Let's
I
run
reckon
it.
we just run
Let's
it.
run
Okay, let's
Let's run
just.
it.
We're just gonna raw dog this thing.
Yeah. And there's never been an issue with raw dogging.
There is never, not
Never.
once. Oh, one
Unless
time.
you don't love it.
But Jim, what made it broke you, mate? Let's hear it.
So what made me this week, boys? I've been working in Brisbane doing big hours, and all the hours I'm spent working, I'm missing you two, and that's what's made me this week. Is
Chip.
it feels so long that I have seen you, and now we're back together.
I thought there was going to be a hate punchline with that.
Typically, he's like, what made me is not seeing you for a week.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it's switched.
No, I'm happy to be here, boys, and like the clan's back together. not that clan.
Hey, whoa,
Can we
whoa.
just? By the way, the only time we
Please.
wear bed sheets is at Halloween, and if we're in a silly mood.
But
Not- we're not silly and- no,
like a
that's it.
fun, silly mood, like
Yeah.
Halloween.
Not a silly mood like our directions all fucked up.
God damn it, the clan is not back together. Do not freak out, people.
Yeah, it's not a hateful sort of prejudice sort of mood where we go into
No.
the forest and light fires and
No.
have ceremonies.
No.
Not that sort of clan
Yeah,
mood.
we do
No.
not live in Yandina. We're not
No,
there.
we're not doing that, and we do not endorse, encourage, or support
And then,
that.
boys, what broke me this week? I know it's my trade, and I know I have to do it, but buying fucking tools.
Yeah.
Buying tools, top 3 punishes of my life.
Top
Honestly-
3 most financially damaging things ever.
I feel bad for you after last week when I went to the tool shop and I realised how
expensive it is. It's so
tools
fun. You can
actually
buy
are.
3 things for $1,000.
I reckon, you know how there's like a little bit of a crisis with apprentices at the moment and not enough people in the trade?
Yeah.
I had this thought genuinely last night when I was driving home from Brizzy. I thought, why not like as a little bonus to get people to enroll in apprenticeships? After a year, they give you $10,000 to get tools.
So I'll tell you something that's happening right now.
To really like provoke people to want to get tools.
So
to get apprenticeships.
When I started my apprenticeship, we got nothing. The year after, my trade became a high demand trade, and now these boys that like do my job now get $1,000 every 6
A
months.
skills shortage.
They
thing.
get a
Oh, so
grand.
they're already sort
they
of
get
something like
$1,000
that.
every 6 months, and I missed it by a fucking year. And you can't back pay. Like if you weren't in the year that it came out, you can't get paid.
Oh, okay.
There also there's like a trade loan available to apprentices, which is pretty much $21,000 loan. And if you pay off all of it, you don't have to pay interest and you get installments every month. And you don't have to pay interest, so at the end you end up getting like a loan, and you get $2,000 extra or something.
Oh, there you go. Well,
and
you're fucking welcome.
When I first started, I asked the boys who were like had worked as apprentices in the company, should I get the trade loan? And they looked at me with the grimmest face I've ever seen. They went, "Man, don't do it. It's a trap. As soon as you get that payment, you'll hit the pokies and just get bagged." And I was like, this was when I was fresh, and I looked so frightened. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
oh my God.
You didn't
that's
fall for
what-
the trap though. Good on you.
I know. Thanks, guys.
Respect. We spent all the money on potty gear. How good's that?
Start a fucking podcast instead.
And then vapes came out.
Yeah. Oh god, damn it.
Oh, speaking of that, before we get into it, you know vapes now. So you know how they were doing that whole thing, how you couldn't buy them over the counter anymore. You can, but you got to buy 6 at a time.
Oh, that sucks.
What?
Yeah, so you got to spend like over $300 of vapes to get vapes.
Well, that's sweet. It's like think
Yeah,
about it.
and that's
you
what
don't
really
go to
broke
a
me.
bottle to buy one beer.
And that's what's broke me. That's half my paycheck I've already spent.
How's that a thing?
Well, I don't know how they do. Like, why
What,
it's
at a
happening.
vape store? Because I heard that you can just buy them over the chemist now.
I feel like
yeah,
we should
that was
hold
a
off on this
thing.
topic until we know more.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I reckon. Chip, what made him break you this week?
Yeah, I just said both of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a sad day.
no. What made him broke you this week, Coxie?
Oh, thank God you asked.
It's a sad day. We're fucking fired up.
Well, I'm glad you asked, honestly. What made me was shooters shoot, and what broke me is filming this movie at the moment. I've touched on the last couple of episodes. I feel like a little bit of fuckwood every time I bring it up. It's just actor
Yeah.
life now, you know what I mean?
Big cameras.
Bit quick context. I'm a background actor for a movie. I've got absolutely fuck all to do with the movie. I'm just there, pretty much. Anyway, on set, you got to wear this big costume, right? How do I explain this without giving out too much of what my costume would be like?
They dress you up.
They dress me up. They do all my makeup and all that shit. to
Like
make me
you've been
look-
in a fight.
to make me look grubby and like I've been in a fight and all that.
Yeah, leave it
right?
like that. That's a good way to leave it.
And then at the end of the day, they sort of help you get it all off, right? So the hair and makeup ladies are like taking off my costume and helping me out with the makeup and whatnot. And as they're taking off, I've got like this sort of net thing on my head, like sort of stitched into my head. As they're taking it off, my real hair comes out, right? It comes out to show. And the fucking one of the main actors walks past me, being genuine as well, and goes, "Is that a tube you're wearing?" And it was my genuine haircut as well.
so
He
rough.
thinks I'm wearing a fucking toque.
Can you define what a tube is real quick?
If anyone has watched Grown Ups, the first Grown Ups, you know the dude goes, "Maze, amazing," and his hair flaps in the wind. That fake tube that goes on top of your head when you're balding to make your hair go
no
up, sort of like
way.
the Elvis look. Yeah.
That is brutal because you have you've got a hairline that won't fucking quit.
I've got a pretty.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! I don't want to jinx anything.
Can
I'm
I
not
just
jinxing
confirm
anything.
one thing? Was this tube accompanied with sideburns from hell?
Yes. yeah. Should we touch on that?
Not a good thought.
Yeah, they're making me grow out facial hair for the movie,
And you couldn't stomach it, could ya?
And it got gross. Like it got
was
fucked. I let it grow for let it grow for 5 days.
Which in like normal, it's like dog years with his fucking his facial hair. Like 5 days was 15 days.
It was
5
so
weeks, 15
bad.
days.
I sent them a video of it, and then like I had to go back to work, and they're like, "Don't shave it till you're back on set," because I'm back on set next week. I had to do it. I had to.
You know
shave
what it looked like? You know
What?
you know when you're 14 and you have your first crack at shaving your balls and you nick them a couple times and you're like, holy fuck, I can't soldier on, and you've just got to leave like a couple straggly hairs.
I looked
because
like-
you can't keep going.
Do you know what it looked
That's
like?
what your fucking facial hair
It
looked
looked like I dropped a lollipop on carpet. That's what it fucking looked like.
Yeah, that's actually pretty
like
great.
it was so gross, but I mean, it grows so quick now, so I reckon by the time I'm back, they won't really notice it.
And I was just a little bit confused on what made you shooters
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah,
Is
shooters
there any
shoot.
meaning behind that or?
Chip, is there a meaning behind the shooters shoot?
Well, the meeting, like, it goes back to that old saying that, like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah,
So if,
sometimes you
if
make
you
them.
haven't got the balls to take the
Oh,
shot,
so you were harassing women again. Yeah. That's awesome.
Who said women?
Whatever
Okay,
floats your
for
boat.
those Patreon listeners out there that want more, no, it was. It wasn't a woman.
shoot is shoot. Shoot is shoot. That's it. Shoot is shoot.
God damn it! God damn it!
Probably going to be the LFI too. Maybe early LFI. We'll confirm
early.
later.
Maybe
Once
could
we
be early.
once we speak to our managers and producers, we'll confirm that.
Yeah. Scotty, green light. Okay, Scotty's just given us a green light. for
Perfect.
the-
Thanks, Scotty.
Yeah, we
Appreciate
got
that.
heaps of producers now.
Scotty's pissed again.
Yeah, we've got heaps of producers now behind the lens here at Mayfield. It's awesome.
Tons.
Yeah, heaps behind the works.
What made me was I actually came home from work at 5 o'clock last night, had a shower, jumped in bed just to relax, wind down, if you will.
I presume naked.
Yeah, I was eagle spread out on the bed,
Oh.
fan fucking brushing
That's
along me.
that's a
nicely.
sight I couldn't get sick of.
When I used to have long hard days, getting home and just laying naked with the fan on full blast, like that's like one of the best pleasures in life that you can get as a man.
I
reckon.
think like when you get a good like trajectory of force regarding the wind, boys,
Yeah.
is a bit like it's a step up from anal gazing.
Or anal glazing.
As Jacko once said, anal glazing.
I used to think it was anal glazing.
Which made like
which God he found out the hard way.
Yeah.
which now I've got to check a couple of sources to make sure this poor fella did grow up all right.
And yeah, I passed out at probably 5:30. Woke up. It was morning. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, that was fucking beautiful. That's what I needed. I woke up so hungry though. You know when you miss dinner?
Yeah.
Isn't shit like that just a blessing and a curse? So like, you know, when you go to like nap for like 30 minutes and you wake up hours later and you really had like a lot you needed to do, but the sleep was so good, but you're still fucked.
You wake up sweaty and confused. That is the most like...
It's like
and your phone's flat and you're like, what the fuck's happened?
Dude, when you go have a little nap and you wake up hours later, it's like you're high.
Yeah.
It is literally like you've been ripping cones.
I don't know what that's like though.
Neither.
No, well, I heard from another guy that knew a guy that said that's what it was like.
And then I think half the reason why I went for that nap is what leads me into what broke me. The whole week I've been battling this fucking head cold, and I think I brushed it off. I think I said, fuck you to this cold. And I feel like I'm on the mend. Like, it's Saturday right now and I'm a little bit fired up. I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
You're going to curse that.
Do you reckon though? Because I feel like it's one of those things with colds, you know, where you have a scratchy throat and you're like manifesting, you're like, I think I'm getting sick. I think I'm getting sick. And then you get sick. Yeah. What happens if it's the other way around and you got to go, fuck this, man?
It's soon as you acknowledge it, it just hits you like a ton of bricks.
The only thing I don't treat sicknesses. The only thing that I treat actively is windburn. That's the only thing I'll treat.
Actively,
if I can feel it coming on, I'll get on that shit earlier because I know that thing hasn't got a soul. It doesn't care if I know it's coming or not. Whereas I feel like the cold might have like a bit more of humane senses about them, where like you catch them on, you get a little sniff, and you go, if I ignore this little cunt, he'll go walking. You know, like you got to feed something for him to keep going.
You never get sick.
Yeah,
colds are a little bit of attention seekers, aren't they? Like if you're not giving them their attention they need,
attention
they
whores.
fuck off. They find somewhere else, and that's how they get contagious. Wow, I just figured out colds.
Oh
and
my
that
God.
makes sense though.
What's that
like,
segment they do with Dr. Carl on Triple J?
I don't know, probably Dr. Carl's
with Triple J.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've listened to that.
We just did that with Mayfield.
Bro, sometimes, like, you know how people call up with questions and shit and he answers them off the top of their head? Sometimes that cunt is so far in the wrong direction, it is not funny. Like, someone has to call him up and be like, hey, mate, like, you're not that fucking smart. Because like, I was hearing something the other day and knew, like, very well and truly that he was not right at all. But, everyone heard Dr. Carl. It must be gospel. It's bullshit.
So this is a couch expert calling out a certified medical doctor that he's wrong.
A medical doctor. And they ask him any question in the fucking world.
No, he's like one of the smartest. Yeah. He's like a fucking Australia's version of Stephen
he's got a
Hawking.
fucked hairline, so what does it matter?
Fair. Very fair.
Don't jinx that on yourself.
No, you get your mother's dad's hair, mate.
Oh,
that's
mother's dad.
Have you heard that?
My granddad's bald as fuck.
Yeah, same.
You get your mother's dad. My granddad. Oh, God.
I don't think my mother's.
He had a hairline that wouldn't quit.
I don't think my mother's dad's ever had hair. Fuck, he's got hairy legs and arms though.
Really?
I'm sorry,
Has he got good facial hair?
I've never seen it.
How crazy is that? Like one of those wives' tales. Like that shit like that. Like spreads like wildfire.
Wait, I found out this week that it's not called wives' tales.
What is it?
Wise tales.
No, it's definitely wives' tales.
No.
Oh, well, Dragon fucking clown me in front of heaps of people.
No, he's
probably
full of
not
shit.
the best bloke to seek factual information.
He came at me for having an electric toothbrush.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
That is bullshit.
I'm going to do a quick little Google.
One thing I just want to make a quick note on that's been all over my fucking Instagram lately is apparently Dana White has run through the whole female UFC.
I've seen that actually. I'm going to Google that as well. Oh, yeah, apparently it is old wives' tales. Dude, I'm going to fucking bash Dragon.
Yeah, it's wives' tales. It's always been wives' tales.
Dude, he made me look like a clown in front of everyone.
Yeah, dude, he, once again, electric toothbrush. Like,
wait, that Dana White thing as well, that is so true. Because
wait, sorry, what ran through?
Is
that what you said?
Fucked all of the female UFC athletes, allegedly.
Bro, he wouldn't have enough dick for Ronda Rousey.
Okay, well, look at this. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Chael Sonnen or something like that.
Yeah, ex-UFC fighter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he started off and he goes, I will expose the scumbag Dana for cheating on his wife. And then he's gone, here's a list of the fighters Dana White's fucked. Right? He put that on Twitter, or on X it's now known as. And there's a whole list of people.
Can I give my little conspiracy on this?
Ronda Rousey, I don't know.
Is she on it?
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know how to read their names. Do you want me to read them quickly?
Yeah, if you can.
Ronda Rousey, Misha Tate, Paige Van Zandt, Mackenzie Dern, Michelle Watterson, Rachel Ostovich, Amanda Rebus, Alexa Grasso, and just so on from there. I'm not trying those ones, but
You know, that's
a lot.
nuts. You know what I've got the little conspiracy about that's like made me think this? So you know how the thing's been going on for ages, how Dana White doesn't pay his fighters fairly?
Yeah.
And takes all the money. What if that like, so he's not paying this bloke fairly maybe, so he leaves and then makes this story up to make Dana look bad?
Yeah.
Like maybe that could be in the works.
I mean, it's that.
Well, he.
Could you, do you reckon that he'd be that dumb though to let anyone find like...
Do you want to know what I think it is? And this is very left field.
Go.
So typically UFC fighters, female, have probably higher testosterone levels than standard females, right? That's just an assumption, right? Maybe Dana White likes to be tossed around. Maybe that's his type of woman. Maybe he likes to be, what do you call it when someone's not dominant in bed? Submissive. Maybe Dana White is a submissive fucker.
He could be, man.
Could you imagine?
And look, fucking no hate to him.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to switch roles.
Nah.
No, but like, I don't know. This is all alleged as well at the end of the day, but I wouldn't be too surprised. I wouldn't be too surprised from both parties because it's business at the end of the day. Sometimes there's some foul men out there. And
would you put out for extra coin? Like if
would
it was
I put
a
out
lot?
for extra coin?
Yeah.
I would just put out in general. If I had the fucking choice. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Like if I was single into him and it was sweet, then yeah, I would.
But have you seen Dana White? Like he's.
Can you call him Dana White for fuck's
Yeah, you
sake?
keep saying Dana. Oh, you're confusing
Dana,
the fuck.
no,
It's-
tomatoes,
I didn't want to bring it up
potato.
because I thought like I just can't hear you say Dana.
Yeah, Dana Witte.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, no, dude, if the situation's right, I'd put out.
I feel like UFC is not one of those sports where you necessarily have to get the head honcho's approval to progress because your career is based off how well you fight and your marketability.
No, he picks who's gonna be like.
He owns the UFC, but
Yeah,
like
he's the one who picks who's gonna like sell more tickets, and he plugs if he sees potential in someone who's got more of a character.
That's
Yeah.
why
Really
like,
push
that's
them.
why you know Sean O'Malley. That's why he got such a like. He had a couple fights that went straight for a championship
You
fight.
could say
It's like McGregor because like the character brings crowds, not like a good fighter.
But you could say you can use the other argument with Alex Pereira, a non-English speaking fighter who is double champion in both weight divisions. He can't speak a shred of English. He's got no character, no persona about him because of that.
I'm pretty sure
it's
that
an English dominated sport. He is at the top of his level because he is the best fighter. Could be the same with women. Like you don't.
Yeah.
See,
I'm pretty sure that cunt's like Satan's son though. He like knocks cunts out like to sleep.
I genuinely have just understood that I have no clue what I'm talking about because I thought Alex could speak English.
He can't speak
So
a lick.
I
He can't
might
speak a lick.
sit this one out
He
for
can't
now.
speak a lick of English.
No, but
I wouldn't
what
be
I'm saying is that like surely in terms of progressing your career as a female UFC fighter, you wouldn't necessarily have to sleep.
No.
I don't reckon he's forced into it, but I reckon like maybe sometimes.
Do you reckon
I don't reckon it's real. I really don't.
But at the
Yeah,
same
probably
time, like
not.
as soon as like, dude, people can make up allegations about anyone just to fuck them over.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
like you can only imagine like what I'm gonna make up about Coxie tonight. Like,
Very fair, very fair.
like dude, you thought Dana White had it rough.
The amount of allegations
Fuck,
you've
I've
made
got
up about
news for
me.
you.
Is there much else happening in the world, boys?
I don't think there really is too much going on in the world.
But this is when the world's good. Like no, like massive drama.
It's
apart from Joe Biden, like Donald Trump at the moment, like having one. Have you seen that a little bit?
Presidential debate.
It's fuck. Like
yeah.
people that like probably came out and backed Biden against Trump like a year ago, whatever, had like switched sides
They've
and
all
just said that
backflipped.
like it's actually fucked.
You know what the thing is, and it's actually crazy how much TikTok is influencing like the younger generation of voters. Like for people who don't educate themselves in like the political, I don't know, scheme in the
Political,
US,
economic state of the world,
and you're not too sure who to vote for, people are just seeing like hard edits of Trump destroying Joe Biden.
Biden full of the bike.
That does, it sits in the back of your brain. They're probably like, oh, well, this guy sort of has more wit than
100%.
the other candidate. I might as well vote for him.
Yeah, unless
Which
you
is
like,
crazy.
unless you don't know actual politics, like advertising wins elections. Really,
Yeah.
It's actually
it's crazy.
It's actually nuts that he's winning the social media game. So I reckon
Do you know
he's
what's,
going to win the
you know what's
the election.
nuts to think though, man? It's like a couple months ago, Trump was like on trial and got convicted for like 30 different charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To bring that into now turning it around is crazy.
I don't think we'll say as well that Trump's like all good. But I don't think at the same time we'll say Biden's all good. You know what I mean? Like
I reckon
for such a big country, the candidates available.
I think we'll leave our opinions to ourselves. Is what I was going to get to. That.
This isn't a political podcast.
It's not a political podcast at all. I don't think it should.
Because if we were the leaders of the world,
we can make it.
Fuck.
How's when I was a little bit younger, I used to like watch a lot of.
Don't say politics.
No, well, yeah, like political stuff and all like you remember the dude Steven Crowder who did Change My Mind? Sat out front of US uni campuses.
Oh, yeah. He's still going
Changed
that
my mind,
fella.
like there's only two genders and stuff like that.
That makes so much. You were the biggest like argument.
I used to watch that stuff religiously.
Fuck,
and
that makes sense.
Genuinely,
like the ones that like they have a sign. This is a really rogue one. They have a sign that says racism doesn't exist, and then people sit down and argue why it does exist, and he tells them it doesn't.
You know what the bad?
Well, no, that's not really an example of one because he never did that.
I've seen people do that one.
Yeah, but not Steven Crowder.
He's just like it's the stuff that everyone talks about. It's just like should there be?
I had to stop watching it because I would genuinely start getting angry when I watched the TV, and it would like fuel a fire in me. So I don't watch any of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Like even just all the shit on TikTok, I'm like,
it's
can't
hard,
do this because like. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
It is so fucked.
Bit of a rabbit hole going down that I'd honestly, I genuinely feel like I've got no say with anything in the world anyway. So
I would instead of talking about presidential candidates and stuff, I'd rather talk about Nickelback and beer. What are your thoughts, Chip?
Just for everyone that's wondering, Jacko's on this massive like divorced dad music train at the moment.
I genuinely had to ask Jacko today, are you and your girlfriend sweet? Is she filing for a divorce?
And it's freaking me out. Like,
It's
and he
scaring
reckons
me.
he's going to convince
And I
us.
scoffed and played Green Day.
He reckons he's going to convince us too to like listen to it.
Yeah.
Oi, stay tuned for Song of the Week this week. It's going to
no.
light you on fire. It'll probably make you throw a fucking tomahawk through your wall.
Skip it this week.
Oh no. One thing I want to talk about that it popped up on my TikTok, and it was
Big TikTok guys.
huge TikTok guy. It's like the whole thing is like, what's something that you can say to a man to absolutely crush his soul, right? Like fucking brutal, right?
A
Like, sort of
lot.
like one.
A lot.
Is it in yet?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, is like a perfect example. Like just a one liner that like a girl could say to the partner, to some dude, just to absolutely crush his spirit, right? And then I was reading through the comments, and some of them on there are so fucked. Like they're so brutal. So I'm going to read them out. And just
Are we
let me
right
know.
to preface this isn't necessarily personal experiences? Like
No, no.
There's zero personal
It's just
experiences.
stuff that if it was to happen to us, it
Yeah.
could crush us eternally.
I'm literally reading it, so sorry if I stutter and shit like that, but it's nothing personal at all, I swear to God.
Wait, if you
I swear
don't-
to God, this has not happened to
But
us at
if
all.
you don't stutter one word, I'm going to give you a treat tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, it could have been. Maybe I was shouting your nanos after this.
But
gross.
for the ladies listening, if you're wanting to step up your toxic game, I guess, because all men are pigs.
Don't encourage that.
Men are pigs. We've said it 1,000 times. We'll say it 1,000 more. So if you wanted to hurt them, here's some good liners.
Hey, sorry, before you sound a little bit like a pick me there. Like I didn't want to.
No, I'm just trying to voice
You agree?
voice all perspectives here.
No, I don't agree.
All right. Do you wanna-
You're a fucking idiot, Jackson.
all right. Do you want to start? I'll start off with the first
Go
one.
ahead.
Ready?
Go ahead.
You're making me miss my ex right now.
Oh, fuck me.
Imagine hearing that from a girl. You're making me miss my ex right now. Like you're hanging out. Well,
how did it feel,
Having a good
Coxie?
time. Like early stages of talking. She goes, "You're making me miss my ex right now."
Yeah, that's a tough. I reckon that's probably one of the heaviest ones you could cop.
That's
surely
pretty rough.
dude.
That's
Surely
pretty
that's
rough.
because you know that they broke up for a reason, but you're still worse than that reason.
Yeah.
I feel like if she said that to you, though,
That's
she's
game over.
Not really worth your time.
No, but these are all ones where it's like the girl just wants to hurt the dude's feeling just to like get a one up on him. Like they're fucking brutal, man. They're really brutal. What about this one? She goes, "Never laugh at his joke. Just look at him weird, and if he begins to explain the joke, cut him off mid sentence and say, 'Yeah, I got it.'"
The chicks, dude. Now that you say that, like when we've been like a group of like people we don't really know, like you actually sort of see that, like that one. You sort of see that getting
Dude,
told to you.
we do it to each other all the time, and it's the most soul-shattering thing ever. Like, yeah, dude, we heard you the first time.
Yeah, if your mate does it, it's
Yeah, that
imagine
is
hearing
rough.
that from your significant other.
nothing's worse than when like you deliver a joke and they just like, "Yeah, it's not funny." like,
That makes
because
me
you don't want to open your mouth for the rest of the
Yeah,
night.
How
that's
about
rough.
when you repeat a joke because you didn't think it got the flowers it deserved the first
Yeah.
time, and you say it the second time, they're like, "Yeah, man, we heard you the first time.
Oh,
just wasn't
that
funny."
is rough. That is so rough.
Or you lose like 3,000 aura points doing that.
God. What about this one? You're acting really bold for looking like that.
So they calling you like just some like really short cunt.
Yeah, or anything, like even being ugly and stuff like that. Like you're acting bold for someone who looks like that.
Yeah, that's fucked.
These are all fucking rogue, eh?
That's
Dude,
Or what about,
what?
what about
These
this?
shits are fucked.
Convince him to cut his hair, then post on his story talking about how you like guys with long hair.
that is sick as
That's
fuck.
Satan, like, dude. That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is so cruel.
But
Surely,
you just know the dude who got a buzz cut for you would be going through like the biggest grind.
Oh, dude, and at least he's
ever.
already got a buzz cut because I feel like after you break up with someone, you get a buzz cut. You already got the first step.
Do you
forward to
remember
getting
that
over it.
rank haircut I got when I've like split up the first time?
What, your mullet?
Yeah, but like the first mullet.
First mullet was pretty
First
bad.
mullet
Yeah.
was so rank.
Do you
Yeah.
remember mine? The bleach mullet.
I saw a picture of that.
It
the
was,
other day.
it was shaved first, then I bleached it, and then I got a bleach. But I was going through that many
Isn't
different
it?
hairstyles.
Isn't it
eh?
crazy how the first thing you do when you've broken up with someone is go get like a rogue as fuck haircut
Yeah.
that doesn't look good initially, but then it grows into something that
That ends up.
Like, it's like
being bad.
starting
being
again and
good.
building a character.
It's
Yeah.
weird, eh? It's weird that like you break up with someone and you go straight to changing your appearance. Like girls, a lot of times they
Yeah.
just dye their hair,
Yeah.
and then guys they'll just cut their hair.
It's like a thing
Or
that like
you hit the
getting,
gym.
yeah,
hit the gym.
like getting on something to new that he didn't like or see in me. So like it's the best start to a foundation.
Exactly. It's weird how people work on themselves as soon as they break up. Guys, we should work on ourselves in the relationship.
Yeah, work on
Be the
yourself
best
before it
person you wanna
happens.
be.
yeah, let's go.
What about this one? After a day of hanging out with him, post on your story, today was such a boring day.
That's fuck. Surely chicks like these aren't out there, dude. This is like the mean
So
girls
there
type
is
of shit.
100%
There's like
chicks out
mean
there.
girls type of shit.
What about this?
Today was such a boring day.
What about this when you're ending things? Chick says this to you. I like the attention, not you.
Yeah, I can't. Surely that's not a line, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's
You've got to be
definitely a
hanging
line.
round some bottom of the barrel girls to be receiving this.
100%.
You gotta be thirsty as
How
fuck.
fucked is that?
I'm not
like
gonna
the
lie. If
attention,
I
not
received
you.
one of those, it'd probably be enough to turn me to the other side.
Yeah. Literally. What, like switch
Yeah, like
teams?
Yeah.
both ways.
Switch,
Fucking know.
switch teams.
Switch teams.
Oh, fingers crossed. I should have chose your friends. That's harsh.
That's right.
But that's it. You just know
But
she's
you know
for the
what?
streets if that
If
happens.
she
Yeah,
said
that's-
that, you'd feed into it because you know you got your boys back. You'd be like, yeah, do it. I know, our
Yeah.
mate likes you. You just hook your mate up, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. hey?
I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on this last one. I'll leave the other ones, but this one's a little bit soul crushing. Ask him what his dream is. Ask him what he wants to be. Right when he's older.
Podcaster.
Astronaut.
After he tells you what he wants to be, like his biggest aspirations, then just tell him he'll never be that.
Dude, I feel like you didn't read any TikTok comments, hey? They were just like in your notes.
It's in my notes.
You're
I'm
bringing-
going through screenshots and messages.
This
sent
isn't
to
a
me.
topic, it's a therapy session.
You're bringing my mood down heaps, eh? You're bringing
He
my mood
hasn't
down
said a word the
heaps.
whole
You're bringing my
topic.
mood down heaps. That's
I've
so
got one.
fucked.
How fucked are they though? Like these are just. That is like the harshest shit you can say to someone.
I reckon I've got one that'll like fuck all of them.
Really?
Look at him and say, yeah, I cheated. It slipped out and I put it back in.
That's fucked, eh? That's fucked.
Thoughts?
Yuck, cunt. That's
That's a little bit rogue from you, but it's fucked.
That genuinely, I don't. Surely that was never said by any human ever. That
That
is
has, dude.
fucked, man.
I've seen that many things on fucking social media and all that, and they'll be like, just remember if she cheated on you, she put it back in when it slipped out. And that like really turns
Well,
people
she
from
meant-
going back to it.
Or another,
if you've been cheated on.
or another one if she's justifying that she didn't cheat on you. Yeah, I didn't cheat. We didn't even do anything because it didn't fit.
It's like paying you like, oh no, not
Yeah,
not a
that's
compliment,
fucked.
but just that's fucking.
That's
heavy,
fucked. That's fucked. That's
heavy,
like when I've heard people say, I think they were just joking. Hang on, the camera's just stopped here.
That's all right. That's all
Yeah,
right.
right, mate.
What are your thoughts on those chicks?
They're all fucked. Like, if they would like kill me if any of them happened to me.
That's why I'm telling you, I would change sides.
What about
100%.
what about this one I've heard? And it's like, no, it's better when they're not big. The big ones hurt. Say that to your partner.
Or when they say like it's a perfect size.
Yeah, like that's a little letdown easy, that one.
Mate.
But
Tell me I've got a hog.
Saying no, the big ones hurt. You just be like, you sweating?
Yeah, that's fine.
That makes me feel sick. Like, genuinely. I actually, you know that weird wave of, it's not embarrassment, but like dread that you get when...
Like, I feel like a little bit like empty, like sort of like
I feel like
my heart's heavy.
Like just someone's actually just like pulling your heart down.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah.
It's like you've got weights on your feet in the ocean.
I'm so sorry if any of you listeners have ever heard that as well.
Reach out if you have and tell us how you felt.
Yes, or tell us.
Ring our hotline and tell us what happened and how you felt.
Tell us the worst
I've
thing
got a
you've
couple
heard.
of boys, but I've gone like the other direction. It's not one-liners, it's like actions they do that really just break your heart.
Righto.
So like what about when you're like the middle of work and you are so fucking busy and obviously like you love the one that's calling you, but they call you to say nothing? Just to have a yarn like, oh, so what are you up to? Like in the middle
Just to check in
the middle
Literally.
of quite the most grueling work.
If you're fucking busy as, and then they call you just to be like, hi. You're
It's
like,
so
hey, what's
fucked.
up?
It's
Oh,
so
nothing.
fucked. And it's bad because the thought's there to call you and they just want to chat, but it's just like, I can't.
And it's
right
like, it's not like you don't want to talk to them. This is like more a relationship sort of one. It's not like you don't want to talk to them, but it's like, I don't have the time right
now. Yeah.
They're one of those things that in the moment though, you're like half furious, like you're angry as fuck. And the afterthought is like, sort of appreciate that though.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. It's like, it's one of the ones that like you're sitting in the afternoon and you're like, I feel bad.
yeah.
Like you feel bad for like
Yeah, for cussing them out on the phone.
100%.
Can you fuck off?
Yeah, lose my fucking number.
And what about how fucking annoying is this? So you're trying to decide where you're going to dinner and you ask like your partner, like, so where do you want to go? Oh, I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything. Isn't that the most fucking annoying thing in the, like that cuts me in half because then you ask them, oh, should we get sushi? Nah, not that. Pizza? Nah, not that. Like, fuck, tell me what you wanted.
I've got a
please.
trick that would probably save your
I'll
life.
say this.
Yeah. Do you know this one, Jacko?
I think so.
Yeah, if you're hungry and be like, guess where I'm taking you for dinner?
Yeah.
Their first guess be like, you got it.
We're going, man.
Because
And now I
their
can't use that.
subconscious wants that.
I really wanted to use that.
Unless they guess something that's only something that you ever want to eat, do not pick the first one. Do not pick the first
If they're
one.
like, guess where we're going for dinner? They go, KFC, for fuck's sake. And you're like, you guessed it.
Yeah. Oh my God, this trick works every time.
What about the line? It's not you, it's me.
No, but that's not that bad because sometimes that's true.
Yeah.
I've had to drop that.
I've said that.
I've said
Yeah.
that. I've said that recently. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Did you use the I know it's cliche?
Yeah,
before?
I said like I know it sounds fucked up, but it is true. Like
Yeah.
Sometimes it's true.
sometimes it is genuinely true. Obviously, it's like such a cliche, but
Most of the time it's a lie though.
if you're
100%.
saying it and you mean it, then it's sweet. But I feel like
It's just hard to give you a point with that, Because like even though you might need it, like
there was a lot more said that backed up the point.
100%.
I'll just say that.
And I'm gonna finish with this. Actually happened to a mate of mine. Like I can't disclose who. He's a fuckhead, but he got
it
told
me?
that you're coming across as desperate.
That's not me. Okay, thank God.
Like the poor bugger had to cop that. Rough as fuck,
Coming across as desperate. That's always hard.
If I got told that I was acting desperate,
you would just pack up your bags,
I would
You'd
genuinely
play that music you like.
I would genuinely try and move continents.
You'd cut everything off.
Continents. Dude, I haven't heard continents in a while.
You know how chicks go for Euro summer?
Yeah.
I'd go for Euro eternity.
Dude, I'd go for Antarctica's winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I booked my flights.
That is,
That's fucked.
that has
You're
brought
coming
down my
across as
mood, that
desperate.
topic.
Man, I feel so sorry for that guy. Seriously.
I do feel sick.
Yeah, so that's it. If you guys have any fucking horror stories about something, that was more like, I guess that could be used both ways, all those anyway, couldn't they? Yeah, if you just have any horror stories of what someone said to you when they've broken up with you, let us know. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, ring in and like tell us how it felt, what caused it, even just messy breakups. There's
God.
a hotline
Yeah.
topic.
God damn
Call
it.
in a messy
Let us
breakup
know.
for us, and we'll let you know if you're the asshole or you're not.
Either call it in or voice memo it on Instagram.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Anyway, should we just run into the end of this episode, then, mate?
Why not, mate? Why not?
Now, we touched about it earlier. in the week. I mean, in the episode, sorry. And the L5 this week is shoot as shoot.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think we've already said that one, but we're saying it
But
again.
we're saying it's like younger brothers
It
coming
stands.
It still stands. For those who gave up on the concept, for those thinking that there was no
light at the end of the tunnel.
light at the end of the tunnel, thank you so much for that one.
No,
Chip.
so I saw you struggling there.
Just know, shoot as shoot.
There's
you miss
always
100%
another
of the
shot.
shots you don't take.
There's always another
And
shot.
God damn it, spray and pray.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding.
We've got a joke of the week as well from Jay Bristow.
From who?
Jay Bristow. It's a fucking cracker
Thank
too.
you, Jay.
So for anyone not familiar with our joke of the week, we put a poll up on Instagram every time we go to film an episode.
Yeah.
Instagram's Mayfield_co. So get around it.
Or just send us a DM as well
you
if you
think
got a
you're
long
on,
one.
yeah.
Like I know our first one was a super long one. They do well, so just text it to
Yeah.
us or do whatever. But please, we can't have ones that are like
You cannot.
Racist,
We're ruling out-
sexist, homophobic.
kitty fiddler ones,
Yeah.
shit like that, because they're all the ones that are coming through right now.
You sick fucks.
You sick.
God
fuck.
damn it, you're just like us.
So this one's from Jay Bristow.
tell them.
What do you call a Chinese baby that was born too early?
I don't know.
Where's this going?
don't know.
A Chinese baby that was born too early.
I don't know.
I want to try and figure it out.
You won't.
Chinese baby that was born too
You won't.
early.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Suddenly. That's been like one of the first genuine ones, besides the other ones that have made me crack up. Like, it was fucking cracker.
Oh,
That's
good.
clinical.
Suddenly, I like it. Song of the week? That's
Yeah,
you. Oh, no.
that's me.
Oh,
no.
I sort of got off the divorced dad music, and I feel like you guys will actually appreciate this one.
Anything but the
No,
divorce
you
dad
will.
music.
You will. It's "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd.
Okay. All right.
Dude, that was such a shit response to that. It's a
I don't even know that song, eh?
It's a good song.
I don't know that song.
I know when I
You
hear
would
it.
know it.
Yeah,
You would know
100%.
I swear to God, if the first riff of that song is like what you're listening to at the moment, you're going to kill me.
It's metal.
Get around the podcast. Leave a comment as well. We're doing some skits and
Low quality.
Let us know if you're enjoying them.
Low
Heap of
quality of
skits
skits,
coming.
as always.
Yeah. And follow us. Rate us 5 stars.
Goodbye.
See you.
Have
Thanks,
fun.
cunts.